You ever found yourself in that place where you're questioning whether or not the relationship that you're in is the right relationship, or if there's a part of you that feels like, man, I'm putting in effort in this relationship, but what if I'm forcing it? How do I know if I'm forcing this relationship? Maybe you feel like you're carrying some aspects of it. You might be sensing some push energy, and there's a part of you that's constantly justifying his behavior, right? You might be convincing yourself that things are going to change if you just hold on, if you just last, if you just get to this one spot in the relationship, then it's going to be better. Well, here's the truth. When a relationship is aligned, what we're going to feel is ease and flow. There's going to be a peace to the experience that we're having. And when you're forcing it, there's always signs. There's always things that let us know that our mind might try to ignore because we really like this person. They've got a lot of potential, but the truth is that our heart and soul already knows. So today, let's look at 4 important signs that you might be forcing this relationship so that you can stop pushing something that really isn't meant for you and start making space for the love that you truly deserve. So the first sign that we might be forcing something that's really not meant to be is that we experience more anxiety than peace. So healthy relationships, you and I both know, it should feel like a safe harbor. You should be able to be who you truly are without fear of judgment, without fear of feeling like you're constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to make one wrong move because the relationship will end. If you're constantly second guessing yourself, where you stand, you're replaying conversations in your head, you're feeling emotionally drained after these interactions, it is a major red flag that you're probably forcing this relationship. Studies show that with attachment theory in particularly, that when we're in an inconsistent, emotionally unavailable relationship, it actually activates that anxious attachment system. The amygdala in our brain starts firing, and our brain interprets this unpredictability as a threat. And so it releases stress hormones like cortisol, and it makes us feel uneasy. It gives us that anxious feeling, that obsessive thoughts, or it can even make us physically sick if we're in this relationship for too long. So remember that love at its core is all about expansion. It's going to feel expansive. It's not going to feel constrictive. And so if your soul feels like it's shrinking or dimming or you're walking on eggshells, it's because deep down you already know that you're not with the person that you're meant to be with. And this is a signal to let it go. So the important key is if you let this person go, know this, the right thing is going to happen. And what that means is either someone even better is coming into your life, or you let this person go energetically, it wakes them up and they actually start leaning in and being the partner they were always meant to be for you. Either way, the path is the same for you to let them go, and that's going to reveal whether or not this is the right relationship. So here's one more clue about this particular moment around anxiety versus peace. If you ever had that moment of peace when they're not around, that's not love. That is relief from stress, and a sign that you are forcing something that really isn't truly aligned with who you are and the love that's meant for your life. The second sign that we might be forcing something that isn't meant to be is that we're in love with their potential, not reality. This feeling that we wish they were different, we wish they would change, is a sign that they're actually not in the present moment the person that we want. Maybe you have this thought of once he gets a better job, then he'll be a better partner. Or once he gets past this big work thing that he's got, then he's going to commit more. Then he's going to invest more, put more time and energy. Or the thought when we finally commit to one another, then we're going to be happy. Or he just needs to grow a little bit more. When he grows and learns these principles, then he'll be a better partner. These are fallacies. These are mistakes. This is being in love with potential, not reality. Because here's the hard truth. You don't marry potential. You marry reality. The partner who's revealing themselves to you right now is the partner that you're with, and banking on any future invisible potential sets us up for disappointment. And it's not fair to you, and it's not fair to your partner. Studies in psychology talk about this cognitive dissonance. And that is when we invest so much time and so much energy into something, we can convince ourselves that it's going to work out. In business, we call this sunk cost, where you've got all this investment in something. We can pour way more into it than is really healthy for us, simply because we don't want to lose all the investment that we've made. In relationships, this can lead to us justifying his bad behavior or really believing in potential that doesn't truly exist for this person. I have this example in an early relationship. I was so in love with this particular woman. Was not my wife. It was a woman I was dating after college. And I thought, it was just, there were so many aspects that I loved. Some big incompatibilities about the way we communicated, the way we wanted to build trust, what we really wanted in the relationship. And I was willing to overlook those things. And I told myself this story that as we get to know one another, as we grow and evolve, she'll get aligned with this particular way of being. And I was lying to myself because I wanted it to be something that was different. And the moment that I actually got in touch with the awareness of what is reality, what is going on, and would I choose this person based on the current present circumstances, my answer was no. And I went through the work to release that relationship, and it opened me up, freed me to finding the love of my life, what would ultimately be the best relationship I've ever had by far. So when we attach ourselves to potential, we're rejecting the present moment. We're resisting what is. We're grasping at some future that most likely is never going to come. And what this does is this creates stress, uncertainty, because we're trying to control that which we cannot control, because they are the only person who has control over what they behave like and who they are. We only have control over what we behave like. So imagine you're dating somebody who's exactly the way they are now for the rest of your life. Would you love that? If you would, then lean into that. If you wouldn't, then know this, it's a sign that you might be trying to make this relationship something it's not. The third sign that we might be forcing a relationship is that we're the ones putting in all the effort, right? Love should be this two-way street. A forced relationship will feel one-sided, right? When you're the one always initiating plans, sending the texts, trying to create the connection, make special moments, when we're overgiving, we're the ones forcing that relationship. And he's just sitting back, receiving. Often this overgiving aspect of ourselves really stems from this fear that we're not enough. And so what we do is we overinvest, we overgive, because we're afraid that if we don't, our partner is not going to pick up their end of the bargain. They're not going to invest back. There's a part of us that wants to prove our value and earn our worth and show them just how great we are. The challenge is in relationships, if he's not able to reciprocate, if he's not investing, if he's not pouring in too, he's not getting the satisfaction of earning the right to be with you. And men want to earn the right to be with you. We want to earn our place next to you because we value what we earn. If you're carrying the entire weight of the relationship, then naturally his attraction and his connection is going to diminish anyway. So the best move that we can make is to, if we feel ourselves overinvested, is to lean back and open up the ability to receive. Give him a chance to invest. Give him a chance to step up. Give him a chance to make plans, text, pursue. If he's the right guy, he will. He'll lean in. If he's the wrong guy, you won't hear from him. He'll just be a big ghost. You're like, okay, well, that's me not forcing this relationship so I can make room for the great relationship that's on its way to my life right now. Overgiving is not love. It's a transaction, right? Authentic love is not about proving that you're worthy of love through sacrificing, but it's instead honoring yourself. It's honoring yourself enough to allow him to contribute, to allow yourself to receive that love in return. A relationship should never cost you your peace or your self-respect or your sense of self. Remember, if you stop initiating, would he reach out? Would he be planning the dates? Would he be texting you? Would he be stepping up? If the answer is no, then you're not in this mutual relationship. You're more in a performance of just you maintaining this connection. So love should never feel like a job. It should feel like a two-way mutual street, both of you pouring in to each other. And the fourth sign when we're really forcing something is we ignore our inner knowing, right? Your intuition already knows when it's wrong, when it's off. You will feel it in your body. You'll feel it in your gut. Maybe you've had that gut feeling that just something isn't right. And what we do is we push it down or we push it aside because we don't want to face the truth. There's a great saying that says, often we won't let ourselves face what we really do know, because we don't want to have to do what we would have to do if we let ourselves know what we really do know, right? Many people stay in these relationships long past their expiration date because of fear, right? The fear of starting over, the fear that they're not going to find someone as good as this person, which is just fear of limitation, fear of maybe future rejection or being alone. Here's what's cool. Neuroscientists have actually found out that our gut instinct processes information far faster than our conscious mind. Like, we will rationalize reasons to stay in a relationship when your gut knows that there's something off. Your gut actually has 500 million neural connections and a direct route to your brain telling you that something is off. So trust your gut, trust that intuition. Your soul is actually speaking to you through these nudges, through whispers. And sometimes even when things begin to fall apart, that's messages that there's more meant for us. So if you're feeling unsettled right now, it's not because you need to fix the relationship. It's because deep down you already know that this relationship just isn't right for you. I love this analogy, right? Holding on to a relationship that's not right for us is like holding on to a rope that's burning our hands. The longer we grip it, the more pain we're going to feel. The pain doesn't stop until we actually let go. Our job is to let go and make space for real love because it's out there. If you have the desire for real love, that person exists. That feeling is actually the echo of the connection that the two of you already have. So here's my challenge for you. If any of these signs resonate with you, take an honest inventory of the relationship and ask yourself, am I forcing this? Or is this love flowing naturally? Is there a reciprocation in this relationship? My question for you is, what are the signs that you know when you're forcing a relationship? Go ahead and post that in the comment section below. And if you would love support attracting or building a relationship that is amazing, where the two of you connect in deeper ways than you ever have before, click the link below. Check out the Manifest Your Man program. It's an incredible program that will help you create the love you've always wanted. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.